What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another action figure review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Noir Toyz or Noir Toyz. I don't know how you say it. I'm just going to say Noir. The Great Detective Gotham by Gaslight 1/12 scale Batman. And this is a figure I have been waiting on for quite some time. So let's go ahead and take a look at the sexy packaging, and then we'll bust this guy open and see what this figure is all about. Now, unfortunately, there is nothing sexy about my packaging simply because my post office decided they wanted to beat the hell out of it. As you guys can see, we got some dents right here, another one right here, and I don't know, man. Sometimes I just hate the post office. Like, they really just disrespect your stuff. But other than that, as you guys can see, it's pretty much black with some grays to it. You got Batman right here. You can see him kind of just standing there. It looks like he's in the Batcave. It says the Great Detective is back, 1/12 scale collectible action figure. Noir Toyz, 1/12 scale action figures. noirtoyz@gmail.com if you want to reach them. Nothing on the top, nothing on the bottom. On the side, it says the Great Detective is back. Same thing on this side right here. Then, of course, on the back, you really don't have anything going on. Now, I just found out that this is the exclusive version. I had no idea there was two versions to this, and the only reason I ended up getting this is because the standard edition sold out, and I'm glad that it did, because that means I got the one with the extra accessories, and I never would have even known that. But one thing I do want to read is right here. It says artistic interpretation. It says the 19th century Dark Knight. He's a genius, a master of martial arts, an expert detective, and an expert guardian of Gotham. The Dark Knight is the first piece from Noir Toyz' upcoming 1/12 scale hero action series figures. The whole body is about 17 centimeters tall and has 28 movable joints. Real fabric material is matched with individually designed superhero body with shapeable cape faithful to the style and I'm Age of the Dark Knight. So, I'm nervous about this, but let's go ahead and bust it open and we'll see what's inside. Now, the very first thing I want to mention about this guy straight out of the package is that he is probably smaller than a lot of you guys are expecting him to be. And even with my expectations, I was tripping because I don't know, maybe it's just the fact that I knew I was getting a Batman with soft goods and fabric. I was expecting it to be the same size as a Mezco release, and that is not the case with this guy at all. In fact, he seems to be right around the scale of the typical SH Figure Arts. He's not huge at all. He's actually more on the smaller side, even for a Batman figure. Now, of course, I'll show some size comparisons later, but I did want to throw that out there. Now, that being said, I am terrified of this figure simply because this is a new brand, a company that's trying new things, and there's so many ways they could go wrong. But because of the fact that it's Batman, I had to get it. Now that I got all of that out of the way, let's talk about him. I'm going to bring him up close and actually let me shift my camera up a little bit. As you guys can see, this is how he came in the package. He does have these goggles on, and I don't think that these are removable. No, they're not. He has stitching around the mask, which I think is very reminiscent to Gotham by Gaslight. I don't exactly remember the design, but this looks cool. This looks really cool. I love the stitching around, putting on the Bat logo and everything right there. Everything else is pretty plain, but it does look good. I don't feel like the soft goods are cheap or like they will rip, but of course I haven't gotten to posing them around very much. The gloves are, I don't know, they're like this soft plastic, but I love the way that you can just swivel these around, and I'll get into that when I talk about articulation. But it's the same with the boots as well. You can just kind of swivel these around. I don't know, this guy looks really, really good. I just feel like he's super duper small. Now, as far as the cape goes, there's some bendy wire in there, as you guys can see, and let's see if it holds up. I'm going to try to get it like a blowing effect. It kind of does. Yeah, so that's definitely cool. That's a plus right there. Also, I really like this belt too. I don't like the fact that it's a floating piece. I wish I could bring it down to about right here to put it over where the shirt connects to the pants. but you can't. It just kind of sits high, so nothing really you can do about that. But then again, that might be accurate, so I'm not even going to say that there's anything wrong with that. But I dig this. I dig this a lot. They have the little slot right here where you can include the Bat Grappler, so that's something that was done by Mezco, as you guys know, with every Batman they release. He has different slots in the belts where you can, or belt, I said belts. The belt where you can include some of the accessories. You can pop them in there. This looks really good. I have to give it to them. In terms of how this looks, they did a great job. I'm not going to complain on the design whatsoever. Now, sorry if that first section was like all over the place, but that's how I get when I'm trying new things. I just explain it as I go. I don't really focus on a specific point. But that being said, to the top of his bat ears, as you guys can see, he's about 6.5 inches. To the top of his head, he's right at about 6. So 6 inches tall, a little small for a Batman figure, but we will see how he scales with some other figures later on in the video. Now, for his articulation, he looks up only about that much. I don't want to force anything on a new figure. He looks down about that much, which that's actually not too bad. He does get tilt, as you guys can see. His head moves all around, so that's cool. That's definitely a plus. Let's pop that head off. It's actually on a ball peg, so yeah, and this is what it looks like inside. So I don't think we'll have too many problems with that head at all. Now this, I'm gonna play with this just because. Let's see. Yeah, so the cape actually just kind of can be taken off if you want to. So for you customizers, if you want to do that, then yeah, you have the option. I just wanted to see if that was possible. But yeah, anyway, arm goes up about that much. It feels a little looser than I want it to, but I don't feel like it's going to come off. As you guys can see, it moves all around in there. He does have a butterfly joint, which is awesome. He does have a bicep swivel. As far as the elbows go, he has double jointed elbows. Let's check out the hands here. His hands are on a hinge, so I don't even have to worry about a ball peg breaking on these. And another part that comes off is the gauntlets. So I thought that was a separate piece earlier. I actually think that's dope, the fact that they made these separate pieces. Therefore, you can move them around in that fabric without any problem. So that's cool. And as far as the diaphragm, he does have a diaphragm joint. I can feel it in there. It doesn't allow much movement, but it definitely allows enough. He crunches forward about that much. He crunches back about... I'm trying to get it at just the diaphragm, about that much. Now at the waist, as you guys can see, he can bend forward even more. He can bend back a whole lot. He does get swivel in there, so dope. As far as the legs go, he kicks out about that much, which is great. You can see exactly where the stitches combine, so be careful with that. He does kick back. Not so much, and I'm not going to force it. As far as the splits go, I wouldn't recommend going any more than this at all. So as far as like the crazy Batman kicking poses, I would not do it. Thigh swivel, it definitely feels like there's one in there, but I heard something pop, so I'm not going to do too much with it. But I believe there's a slight thigh swivel in there. Now, as far as the knees go, he has double jointed knees. They go back about that much, so cool. His foot goes down, not much, up, not much either. He does get ankle rocker, though. Take notes, Mezco. He does get ankle rocker, as you guys can see. Take notes, Mezco. And then as far as toe hinge, there you guys go. You see it. So, I like this. I definitely like this. For their first release, I feel like they did a great job with the articulation. This is superb. I do wish his legs could go a little further out because Batman doing kicking poses is awesome. But hey, they're just starting out, so I'm going to accept it. Now, if you're already liking what you see about this figure, then I can guarantee you it's going to get better. Before I get into the accessories, I do want to say this one more time. Remember, this is the deluxe edition. This is not the standard release, so some of these accessories won't come with the original if you didn't get the deluxe. That being said, he comes with this head that you guys can see right here, which is him with the goggles on. He comes with a pair of fist hands. He comes with a pair of open palm hands. He comes with a pair of trigger hands. I believe these are probably for the grappler. He comes with another pair of what look like trigger hands, but I can guarantee these are for the batarangs. And then this is another thing that's cool. He comes with a pair of open palm hands, but at the end of it, they come with extra hinges. So if you do end up breaking the hinges on the hands, you have another part to swap them out. So it's very, very cool that they included that. That makes me happy right there. Now, he comes with 4 of these little knives. I'm only going to show one, but yes, he comes with 4 of these. He comes with 4 of these batarangs as well, and now my camera doesn't want to focus. But yeah, he comes with 4 of these batarangs, and I'll show the knife again as well. So 4 of each of these. He comes with this really dope looking grapple gun. This is sick. As you guys can see, there's some browns, some black wash in the grays. Also, you can remove this piece right here. That's just so sick. I really love what they did with this. The paintwork on this is phenomenal. I have no complaints whatsoever. And that's not even it. I'm trying to put that back in there. He comes with, I don't know what you would consider this, like a cloak or a small poncho. I remember him wearing this in the movie, so it's dope that they included this. It looks really good, and you guys saw me take the cape off, so you know exactly how it works. It won't be a problem to put on. He comes with 2 extra heads. You do have this one right here where he doesn't have the goggles on, and this looks so good. He's got the teeth gritted as well. I do wish he came with one where the mouth was closed, but this still looks so good. Like, you can see the detailing in the mask and everything, the 5 o'clock shadow, all of that looks just really, really good. I'm happy with that. Also, you even get a Bruce Wayne head. Now, this to me kind of looks like Ben Affleck. It looks like they were slightly going for it, but then they were like, all right, let's add our own little touch to it. As you guys can see, there's a little gray in the hair right around the sideburns. The eyes and everything, the sculpt looks really clean. The hair sculpt is nice. They painted it nicely. Like, this is just really good. I know I've said that a million times, but it seriously, it is. And that's not even it. He comes with this gargoyle out of nowhere, and man, this thing looks super freaking creepy, but it looks so dope. As you guys can see, there's a mixture of grays, blacks, browns, all of that on there. And let me move my light over just a little bit. I want you guys to see how clean this is. Like, this is so dope. The fact that they included this for absolutely no reason, I dig it. I really dig it. And also, that's still not it. Let's go ahead and put this guy back real quick. He comes with this dope stand that actually has a little weight to it. I'm trying to take this piece off. I'll put it on there because I got happy. But that is sick. Look at that bat logo. That is freaking fire. And once again, it's all sculpted and textured and just painted up. This looks so good. And then the bottom is this soft fabric here as well. I just wanted to show that. It feels really good in hand. I like that. But yeah, this is awesome. And then of course, here's the piece that you attach to it, and that's what it looks like. Doesn't feel fragile, doesn't feel like it's going to break. It's definitely going to be enough to hold his weight. So if you want to pose him on this on your shelf, it's going to work. Everything that they included is going to work. So I'm definitely happy about this. And that's still not all. The last thing you get is this image right here in the package. Pretty much it's behind the figure when you open it. But man, this is so sick. Like, I'm definitely going to snap a shot of him in front of this. This is just so dope. I really love how you can see the bats in the moon. It turns into the bat logo. Like, I've said this a million times, but I'm a major fan of art. I love art. And so this, something like this just really tops it off for me. Man, Noir Toyz, this is absolute fire. I'm loving this. Keep it up. Now for some size comparisons, here he is standing next to the Mezco Supreme Night Batman, the Mafex first release Batman Hush. This is the blue version, of course, and then the SH Figure Arts Injustice Batman that released who knows how long ago. Next up, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Red Hand Ninja, a DC Icons Rebirth Batman, and a Mattel Too Tall Alfred. And lastly, just to mix it up some more, here he is standing next to the Revoltech Deathstroke, the DC Bombshells Harley Quinn, and the McFarlane Toys Metals Batman. So for my final thoughts on this figure, I do have to say, it does feel as if Noir Toyz accomplished exactly what they were trying to do. This is Gotham by Gaslight, and this is Gotham by Gaslight Batman. It's a great job. I'm very, very happy with this release. Now, I will say I do have some nitpicks, but I don't know if I could really even call it that, simply because it might just be something I have an issue with. Now, normally when I'm handling a Batman with fabric on it, the joints are very stiff, and that's just something that I'm used to with Mezco. The joints on this guy are a little bit loose. It feels almost like it's a Mafex under fabric, and that's not a bad thing because Mafex is my favorite brand. It's just something I'm gonna have to get used to with this figure. Now, for you guys, some of you might have an issue with the scaling. I personally won't, because as we saw, it is taller than the Mafex. It's even taller than the old SH Figure Arts Batman, so he's going to fit in scale with a lot of your figures well, as long as they are true 6-inch. Just remember that Mezco is its own 1/12, and it's just a little bit bigger than other stuff, but I'm happy with this. He comes with a ton of accessories. He has really great articulation. The artwork that came with this guy, I'm really excited to see where this line's going to go. Like, I love what they're doing, and this is a release that I would recommend for anybody. Pick it up. Now, that being said, be careful with it, because from what I heard, there have been a few people who've had issues with it. I don't think that I'm going to have any, but I went into this figure being as careful as possible. I always do that when it comes to new lines, because you never know what you're getting. Now I've rambled on enough. The figure is great. For those of you who are wondering where I got mine, I did get it at 5K Toys. 5K Toys. They are based in New York. They're awesome. I will leave the link in the description below. This guy came out to about $100. I'm going to tell you that right now, but it's well worth it. It's Batman. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. And lastly, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. You guys have a great rest of your day, and peace.